We've got this.
That child said, y'all put me in a timeout. I done figured my way around timeout now.
Set to go. Young Wade getting ready to do the honors. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for the opening drive. They'll be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Would you say last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. There he goes outside. He has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game to the 36-yard line. Stop there. You talk about this Falcon defense. Well, they've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. They know where they rank, okay? They're going to, not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the game better.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
3rd and short yardage. Young, short throw to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards and they convert on 3rd. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little scared that it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting and understanding what their team was capable of.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Young. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's a rapper. It's a young rapper girl. She is?
Forcing that incompletion.
That's weird. I mean, but
this offense was on the move.
she's that girl that we right behind. So you say you're Munch. The girl that hung out with Northwest, and then Kim Kardashian was like, I didn't know about her music. She hung out with Northwest though. Yeah, she's like maybe 19, 20. Yeah, you can look her up. This kid, person that hung out with Northwest.
Incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Yeah, she be getting into a lotto, the internet be saying. Getting into a lotto. You had to go on your trip.
Came with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
Who's that?
Ryan Reynolds.
The actor?
Yeah. You know he's married to Blake Lively.
Oh, Blake Lively. His name Blake or Black?
Blake Lively.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who that is, though. Is that his wife?
Now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Yeah, I guess if I might spice, I really wouldn't be worried about a lot of them. I got a super rich friends.
Here with Singletary. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Blue, check. Check white. Check pink. Ready, go.
Singletary again. Oh, good move. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, you go to the air.
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Young with it, third and goal. Looking inside.
Oh, he dropped it. Thank goodness.
You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been in a game where you heard the crowd go, field goal?
Dropped it.
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and the production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. Going play action, Ritter. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson, to the 36-yard line. Stop there. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 22 carries, 116 yards, and a trip to the end zone.
And when you measure numbers for the guys that carry the football, it's not just the yardage. How many times do they ring the bell? How many times they get into the end zone? And now that he has 15 for the year, everyone gets to celebrate, starting with his offensive line.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Ready up. Here we go. Here we go.
Ritter, he wants to change the play here.
Slide 2. Right.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He'll buy some time right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. Ritter to throw it. This is caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Young will set to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Ready?
Young to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. 2nd catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down.
Ready? Green, quick, yellow, lining.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Black block. Ready?
They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Young on 3rd down. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
You don't often see a sneak on second down. Usually that's reserved for a third or fourth down call. But the element of surprise was not with them, and they returned back on that attempt.
On 3rd and 1, it's Ritter sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. His 6th touchdown on the ground, number 7 overall. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go.
Here we go. Here we go.
First down, Young. Open man is Mingo, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready.
Young to throw it. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The offense coming back out, and there's Van Jefferson leading them. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's go.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Ritter off the play fake. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ritter will set up to throw it. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
It's Young on 1st down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he comes back with one complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Ready, set.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Ready, ready.
Final play of the half, Young. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Black one. Yellow, zoom. Set.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
3rd and 4. third down, Robinson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ready?
On play action, here's Ritter. And he's got this to Jefferson.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Ritter.
Rolling to his right.
This pass is caught by London.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Robinson. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Robinson again.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
21. Panthers 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Young. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Blue, check. Check white. Check pink.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, That leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Ritter has it knocked down.
And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Nick Folk for the point after.
Nick Folk for the extra point.
It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field.
We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Ritter with it after the play fake.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ritter back to throw.
And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, gotta catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Young working out of the gun.
Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. 41 yards now on the ground, just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Duvernay in motion.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now he'll escape to his left. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
2nd and 10.
Black swap. Smith red.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
That's another Panthers first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Singletary is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last says, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st down, Ritter. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And London, the motion man right.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule, trying to get 4 downs on 1st down, they did that plus 3.
Plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Going play action, Ritter. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So now Young and the Panthers down by 10. A minute 53 remaining. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Down.
Here's Young. Into the hands of Singletary. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 45. Now Young. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. Here's a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd
Young.
and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Young to throw.
Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here's Young. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on there. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
Ball start. Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Okay.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
Ready, break.
Here's Ritter.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Ritter.
They'll roll him out right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They